Okay, this is Yannick again in volume 5 of this presentation. We saw how were the blocks structured in the administration page, and we saw configuration settings and plugins. Now what we're gonna do is see how to manage users. So users are obviously the students, the administrators, and the teacher that you can create on this portal. There are in Chamilo a total of 9 roles for users. So when you click add a user to create a user manually, you'll get options here. You're gonna have to fill the first name, last name, email, and login or username of the user, and his password. Again, you can ask for the system to generate a password automatically, and then you're gonna have a profile option here, profile drop-down box. And you can see here learner, trainer, human resources manager, and sessions administrator. These are only 4 of the 9 options available. If you pick trainer here, you're going to see an option that says administration, yes or no. This is another role. So if it's trainer and administrator, then it gets a lot of permissions, and it can do a lot of things. Actually, it can do everything that can be done through the interface on this portal. So in this case, I'm gonna create a trainer. I'm gonna say that his first name is AAA, his last name is BBB, and he's got an email example.com, and his login is CCC. Okay, and I'm gonna set the password to CCC, and then I'm gonna say he's a trainer. He's not an administrator. His language is English. This option allows you to decide whether an email will be sent to this person or not. In this case, I will change it to no, but usually by default it will send an email. And then you can say if it expires on a specific date, and whether the user is active or inactive when you create it. So if you click on add, and the other option is just to come back to this form to create another user straight away, but add will get me back to the administration page. And if I want to, I can just disconnect now and enter a CCC, and I can effectively access the platform, and it says hello AABBB and welcome. Okay, so this is the creation of a new user. So I'm gonna get back to connecting as my own user, back to administration, and I can see that obviously this process, although it was quite easy to register the user, it's very unlikely that you're gonna do that if you have an institution with 15,000 students, for example. So what you can do is import the students. Here you have an option that says import users list. You can just import them in a CSV format or an XML format. The CSV is very easy to generate from an Excel sheet. You just have to decide to save the document in the CSV format, and this will automatically allow you to import this CSV file here. You have to respect though the format that is here, and that tells you that you have to put a line of title. So you have to put this line, this first line, inside your CSV columns, because otherwise it won't work. Okay, and then you have it says, okay, we'll give you all these options, but only the options in bold are necessary. Okay, so here we have with last name, first name, and email, we have enough to create a new user. Okay, the other options are really not mandatory. So there's another example with the XML format, and you can just really come here, upload a CSV file, and that's it. Okay, there's also an option here to check if the email is not used already, and if it's used, it will not create the new user. So once you did that, you'll probably get a list like this with several dozen users. Okay, so here I have a page of 20, but it says there's I'm showing the one from 1 to 20 over a list of 37, and I can actually go to the next page and check more users here. Okay, so this is the idea of administration and creating new users. If you want to, you can select that the users can auto-register on your portal. This is done through the configuration settings. You can look for part of registration, and it will give you this option that says registration allowed yes, no, or after approval. This is another mode here that allows you to create the account, to let the users create their account, but before they have their account activated, you actually have to approve it. Okay, so this is the registration option. Usually for institutions that are not public and are not focused on giving access to their course to many people, they will come here and change the setting to no, so nobody can subscribe on the platform. The administrator is the only person responsible for creating new users. Okay, so this all depends on your configuration. And then if you want to, once you have courses and you want to import students inside those courses, you can go to add users to course, and then you can select, for example, these 4 students will be assigned to the course learn to design a letter. There we go. There we go. Select users are subscribed to the selected course. And so now, well, I'm not going to see anything, but if I go to this course, learn to design a letter, I'm going to get there quickly. We're going to come back on this course block later on. Learn to design a letter. If I go there, I'm going to see in the users list that effectively those 4 people that I selected are subscribed to the course. Okay. I can actually, if I'm an admin, I can impersonate any of them just by clicking on this option. I'm not gonna do this now because I don't want to drag you too much, but basically this option appears only to administrators. Okay, so this is the end of the volume 6 of the Chamilo 10 videos tutorial sequence. In the next sequence we're gonna see how to manage sessions, and we're gonna see that in a little bit of detail. Thank you for watching this one.